So, in order to help you bring this down into everyday life, I want you to understand that one of the biggest commonalities among people that go from being stuck to non-stuck, from being broke to rich, from being um, struggling and depressed to being happy and peaceful, one of the most common areas is developing a growth mindset. And now, what happens is in your every single day life, you can begin to ask yourself a question. Am I shifting into a growth mindset right now, or am I shifting into a fixed mindset? And you can identify which one is going to serve you best. Now, I can tell you at all times, having a growth mindset is going to serve you best. Now, here's a really quick way to be able to help you do this practically in your everyday life. I want you to think about the concept now versus yet. Now versus yet. Now tells us something definite and something controlled, something that can't be have a force act against it that's going to change it. Now is just here and now. But yet is something that is possible. Now the possibilities are over because it's here and it's now. Yet leans towards something that is possible. You know, they did a study at a school in Chicago where the teachers graded kids upon passing and failing. And when kids failed, instead of giving them a fail or an F, they simply put not yet, that they didn't pass that yet. You know the difference in the confidence and the just directional fortitude that these students had to embrace the class again, to get help so that they could pass the grade, rose much higher than those students who got a failed and an F on their grades. And it's similar to you and me. You want to learn a new language. You might not know it now, but you don't know it yet, which means there's opens up a possibility that if you want to, you can learn this thing. I check myself multiple times about now versus yet. Think about that as you're using it in your everyday vocabulary. If there's something you're trying to do, if you're losing weight, if you're writing a book, if you want to pivot in your career, if you want to go from a disengaged dad to an engaged dad, a disengaged mom to an engaged mom, if there's something in between here and here that you want to see change and you want transformation, think about, hey, it's not that, hey, I don't know this now and I'm not going to know it. But no, I don't know this yet. I don't yet have the skills. I don't yet have the experiences for me to accomplish this goal. But as I continue each day, I am going to have them. Do you see how this opens up a plethora of growth in your life in so many different areas? You are capable than more than you know. And having a growth mindset opens up so many different things. I'll finish with this last story. I lost weight, like I told you, 60 pounds, and I had never ran before. I had never run a mile, even in my life. And I started to see some other people that I knew that were running and really enjoyed it, and read a little bit about it, how, you get that runner's high and it's actually kind of like a good medicine, like a good dopamine hit that's positive and helps your brain get the chemicals that it needs to release peace, calm, having a growth mindset, just the purpose driven. And I just got curious about what it would be if I started to run. Before that, I would never even pick that up. I haven't ran. I'm in my late 30s. I'm not going to run at this point. But what I did is I just started. I just said, you know what? I'm not a runner yet. But what if one day I could be one? To this day, I've run a 5K, a 10K, and a half marathon. And I have an ultimate goal of doing a half Ironman, maybe possibly an Ironman. But listen to me, before I had a fixed mindset, would never believe that I could run. or that I would be a runner or even use that term. But you know what? Today, I run a 5K just for fun. And I never ran before. I've only done this in my late 30s in the last couple years of my life. I want you to know whatever it is that you want to accomplish, from here to here, whatever this is, you just haven't done it yet, but you will when you administer in your life every single day a growth mindset.